As far as tax base, I mean, maybe I'm asking a touchy question here, I don't know, but has Muhlenberg had a tax increase recently? Or I don't know your record on that, but I'm not saying, but what's happening is
that's a great question. We actually this past year we took the millage up about 5% on all $20 for a homeowner. We had to, we wanted to concentrate and take advantage of actually doing some roads, because right now is the best time to do things with vendors for a taxpayer. And unfortunately, part of that is our real estate transfer tax dropped, you know, a couple $100 because no one's buying homes. And in a municipality like ours, when you go from 650 grand down to 350 grand, that's a huge hit. That's for Jim, that's a couple police officers that he can put out on the street. The other reason why we had to do that is, you know, there's things with pension that we're looking at, and we have to maintain the quality of our community. Being next, you know, to the city of Reading and where we're located, there's things that we have to keep addressing. There's other things such as trash. You know, we were now mandated by the state to collect curbside pickup twice a year. They didn't pay for it, but now we have to.
Of course not.
So, you know, there's certain things that happen to municipalities where we are committed by the people that we talk to, who would much rather have their roads improved and keep the quality of life the way Muhlenberg Township is. And that was loud and clear for us, and we've cut $1.6 million off of the initial budget to keep it in line. So yeah, I credit the board. The board did a great job. It was a unanimous decision, and there were a lot of tough, long conversations that we had, but I think everyone we came out with a good product.
Yeah, I got to say, in my 30-some years there, watching various boards, the board this year, with the help of Steve and others, I've never seen a better, you know, dialogue amongst people and a give and take, and coming out with a product that actually I think everybody can be proud of.
Well, that's why I think local politics or local governments work better than state or federal ones, because they seem to cooperate and get to the right answer without a lot of differences just based on parties or anything like that. So I really like that part about local government, is that you tend to say, well, this is it, this is what's right and wrong, and you make the best decision you can. But you know, I didn't mean to talk about tax increases because everybody's sensitive about that, but the reason why is because you said when you lose your two biggest employers, and people say, I don't want industry next to me, the trade-off is you're going to pay more tax.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because so you know, you got to be careful when maybe you say, okay, we'll have industry, but it's next to someone else.
Yeah.
You know, that's always the problem.
Yeah.
Right. But some of the things we're actually looking for and have actually been thrown in our laps a couple of times is some of the newer green technology corporations that are looking for places to go. Like a biodiesel group had come to me about NGK, but it's trying to get the buyer and the seller to put them together and make them work together. We did lose a solar cell type operation that would have gone up at the old Gear site to a place up in New York State. Unfortunately, we were number 2. I mean, out of the nation, I can't say that's bad. No, I mean, we were still number 2, and they were from the West Coast, and their major buyers are over in Europe. So I thought we did as much as we could do to get them, entice them here, but we just didn't do enough, I guess.
Well, you did, but it's pretty good. I mean, hopefully you keep coming up number 2, you'll be number 1 eventually.
Someday we'll be the number 1.
That's why number 2 tries harder.
That's right.
Actually.
I hope so. One other thing, I know Temple now is part of Muhlenberg.
Correct.
Right? And which I think more of that should happen personally, but that's good to see. But Temple still has its own fire company.
Correct.
As Muhlenberg. I think you mentioned something to me earlier about maybe merging those together.
That is something that is happening around the state, and that probably is going to be one of my projects within the next 2 years. It's a pretty big undertaking to do, because firemen don't like to get rid of their name or their color of their fire truck, or because their father and their grandfather was in that particular fire company. It's kind of putting the blinders on and not seeing the big picture. We just spent $800,000 for the Temple Fire Company for a rescue truck, which is a state-of-the-art rescue truck. Goodwill Fire Company is working on a ladder truck, which is going to cost us a little over $1 million to do. that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And a municipality with 17,000 people, in my opinion, don't need two $800,000 rescue trucks, nor do they need two humongous ladder trucks. So what we need to do is put a committee together, and I've already talked to the chiefs and some of the people in both fire companies. Some are on board, some are not. But we can save an enormous amount of money to consolidate the fire companies, making it perhaps the Muhlenberg Township Fire Company Temple Station, Muhlenberg Township Fire Company Goodwill Station. There is real estate involved because they own their buildings, and we have to hash that out on how to do that. This is something that I had mentioned earlier, and I've been to several seminars on this, and it's like pulling teeth to get everybody to jump in and want to be part of it. But everybody that I know has done it. Spring has been very successful. Cumru is doing it with some municipalities around them. Everybody, even around the state and the seminars that I've been to, everybody said it was very fruitful that they did this and they're saving money. Initially, it might cost more money because depending on the locale, you might have to build a firehouse like they did in Spring Township, which is a state-of-the-art facility. It's a beautiful facility. The state is wising up now and offering low 2% loans as two for every fire company that you consolidate. Before, if you would consolidate two fire companies, you would still only get two 2% loans. Well, now if you consolidate two fire companies, you can get four 2% loans. And I say this at a lot of conventions and seminars that I go to at the Q&A sessions. The Commonwealth form of government doesn't do any favors to local municipalities because you have the Borough of Moulton, you have the Township of Spring, the Township of Muhlenberg, Lower Heidelberg Township. Everybody doesn't want to get rid of their little dukedom.
They have a little, and so change is very hard.
But you need to look at the big picture because I think this is a thing of the future. There are 2,800 municipalities in Pennsylvania. And I believe Maryland has 4.
Yeah, it's crazy. Same with the school districts. We can go on all night about that.
Yeah.
Well, we only have a few seconds left. One thing I wanted to do is say thank you, not only just for being here, but all you do for Muhlenberg. And you guys work tirelessly for that.
Thank you for having me.
And Doug, especially you, I know you're retiring this year, and I'm sure Muhlenberg and the township greatly appreciate your many years of service there. So I wanted to make sure that
we appreciate. I appreciate just having the opportunity to serve the community.
Well, and that's what local government officials are all about, because you don't get paid a whole lot of money to do this, but obviously you do it because you care about the community and you want to improve everything for everyone else. So with that, I just wanted to say again thank you for being here, and I thought we were going to be saying goodbye, and I guess we are. So thanks for being here again, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time when around Berks County. Thank you.